So proud of him. Aren't you guys proud of him? Man, I just want to say, man, couldn't have done it without you guys, man. I've been through a lot. And I just leaned on you guys heavy. You're always there for me. And for me to go out and do that for you guys, man.
Pretty emotional.
I'm not.
You're not buying it.
I'm not here for that. We got kickers giving speeches?
I couldn't have done it without you guys. Well, technically, there's no way he could have done it without them.
That's correct.
He couldn't move the ball up the field to make the.
No doubt. I mean,
Okay.
I can't do it.
We know how Luke feels about
comment here.
kickers.
No comment.
Let's talk about the Bills themselves. As I said, we didn't expect it to be this close. Yeah. It was. How much confidence should Buffalo take winning a close game like that?
A lot. And there's a lot of things that, off the field I thought stacked up against them. Let's go into the week prep here, Jay. First off, you're playing a divisional team that you've beat earlier in the year. So generally speaking, I found that it's easier to prep for a team the second time when you've lost, because when you go back and watch the film, you can say, hey, this is what they did. Here's how we're going to change it up. We're going to fix it. Or if you've won, you're kind of chasing ghosts thinking, what is the other team going to bring that's different from the time they lost? The next thing is, in your breakdown, you generally go back 4 games, and then you pick a few games that have similar offenses or defenses to what you run. Well, this Dolphins team with Tua is completely different offense than one without Tua. So you don't have as much film. And then all of a sudden you sit here and think, the Bills have run away with this division. Even if they lost today, they're going to win. And the Dolphins' season's on the line. So you take all of those factors in, and that's what, to me, impressed me the most for the Bills winning this game, is because in the past few years ago, this Bills team finds a way to lose this game. Let the Dolphins have a little bit of life, and they go from there. But now you sit here, the Dolphins gave them everything you could. They scored 27. Josh Allen made plays. Ray Davis made a huge play there we talked about. Everybody looked good, and I still believe that when Amari Cooper gets up to snuff, he obviously wasn't in today, but when he is back, understands the offense, he'll be a great number 1 guy for you. And this team is able to win games like this where there's some factors that are against them. And if they want to have a playoff run, they've got to continue to find ways to win, which they did today.
How massive was that loss?
Massive. This is a very tight division.
Yeah.
They sit here, it's a divisional game. Maybe they can save their season. As you know, I've been real tough on them this year. I think they look very, very bad. And once again, they're at home. They've got a division game, a game that they should have won. And you basically said, here, LA, take this win, and we're now in last place in the division. And again, the comedy of errors. I can't believe that back-to-back weeks we have this snap issue. And I know it was raining a little bit, but it rains in Seattle. We all know that. In a divisional game, you can't have this once, let alone twice. And then the interceptions on the goal line were tough, and we talked about this. But here it's first down. Live to play another play. You're only on the 6-yard line. Yeah. Instead, you go 100-plus yards, pick 6 the other way. Jay, it's just guys that are really pressing. They're trying too much. And this one was on Geno. The other 2, one was a drop, and the A.J. Barner interception, which we're watching here. Watch the offensive line get blown up. And then you see A.J. has to slow. He gets tripped up. That's a bang-bang play. It's tough on Geno. But what's really tough is the 4th and 1 in overtime where you get stuffed. When you've got a back like Kenneth Walker, you expect 100 times out of 100 to convert that right there. Your season is on the line.
Yeah.
And to not be able to get that done and then have Matthew Stafford walk right onto the field and right down the field and win, it's tough. And I guess what hurts my heart, we got into it last week, is I get that this is a new staff. I get, Mike McDonald, young guy, defensive head coach, gets Ryan Grubb, college OC. But what drives me nuts is for the Seahawks fans out there that say, hey, there's going to be a lot of growing pains with these new coaches. Well, this roster is not a growing pains roster. When you have JSN, who 180 and 2 tutties. When you have Geno, I know he had 3 picks today, but the man can flat out play ball. When you have Walker, when DK gets back, Lockett's still doing it. When you have these guys, you don't go out and get a growing pain situation. You go out and get a Dan Quinn who's been there, done that, because this team should be fighting for the division, but they're playing nowhere near the potential they actually have, and it's disappointing for all Seahawks fans out there.